We are streaming live. Officer Poole.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Court Officer Poole. I need everyone to rise for the State of Michigan 36th District Court with Honorable Judge Christina Robinson Garrett. While you're in this virtual courtroom, there will be no talking, eating, sleeping, drinking at any time. You must sit up straight at all times. If you have any other electronic devices other than the ones you're using for Zoom at this time, put it on pause, vibrate, or turn them off at this time. Court's now in session. You may be seated.
All right, thank you. All right. As I stated to you before, I'm going to place everyone in a waiting room. All right, Mr. Quintus Johnson, we're going to begin with you. And good afternoon again to you, sir. Calling case P1114-256, City of Detroit versus Jeremy Quintus Johnson, count one failure to yield right of way. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have. Okay, calling case P114267, City of Detroit versus Jeremy Quintus Johnson. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, please state your first and last name for the record, sir.
Jeremy Poinses Johnson.
Thank you. Today's the date and time scheduled for an arraignment. Counsel, how you and your client like to plead?
Mr. Johnson stands mute, waived the form of reading, and he would like to avail himself of the people's offer, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pointes Johnson, can you please raise your right hand for the court, sir? You swear or affirm the testimony you'll give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may lower your right hand at this time. Mr. Pointes Johnson, are you waiving your presence to have this case heard in person today, and are you agreeing to proceed by way of Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, do you understand that you have a right to a trial and the right to assistance of counsel at all proceedings?
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to have counsel appointed to represent you at public expense in the event that you are unable to afford one and conviction could result in incarceration of any kind?
Yes.
And you also understand that you have a right to a jury trial when required by law?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, you've had an opportunity to speak with counsel today in a confidential setting to discuss this plea recommendation. Is it your wish to proceed with this plea where you would be pleading responsible as charged to one counsel failure to yield right of way or interfere with traffic on case P1114274256, and also you will be pleading guilty to an amended charge to failure to display on case P114267, with all other cases being dismissed. Is this your understanding?
Yes.
And you wish to move forward with this plea?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, do you understand that if I accept your plea today that you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to have witnesses called in your defense at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to cross-examine any prosecution witnesses at trial?
Yes.
And do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to testify or to remain silent without any inference being drawn from your silence?
Yes.
Okay. And do you also understand that you're giving up your presumption of innocence and the requirement that guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything beyond this plea recommendation today, sir, to get you to tender a plea of guilt?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I'd like to first direct your attention to the date of September 15th, 2020 at approximately 1:38 p.m. Were you in the area of West 7 Mile Road and Westbrook Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
Were you driving a 2005 gold Chevrolet vehicle?
Yes.
And on that date, time, and location, were you driving while your license was suspended?
Yes.
Counsel, are you satisfied with the factual basis for this plea today?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is as well satisfied and will accept your client's plea of guilty to an amended charge to failure to display pursuant to the recommendation with the stipulation of probable cause on case P114267. Okay. Counsel, do you stipulate?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, for purposes of the civil infraction on case P114256, do you and your client stipulate to the face of the ticket for purposes of factual basis?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is satisfied and will accept your client's plea of responsible as charged to one count of failure to yield right of way, or interfere with traffic, and will dismiss counts 2 and 3 pursuant to the recommendation with the stipulation of probable cause as to all counts.
So stipulated.
Thank you, counsel. Counsel, before I send to your client today, would you please address the court on behalf of your client's behalf for purposes of the misdemeanor?
For the purpose of what, Your Honor?
Misdemeanor?
Okay. Mr. Johnson, was it true that you blocked traffic, I guess?
Oh, no,
Is
no,
that-
counsel, I just want you to tell the court, to address the court prior to sentencing.
Oh, I see. You want to, oh, yeah. Your Honor, Mr. Johnson is trying to get his license. He's 30 years old and he's going to get his license. Hopefully, these are the only tickets he have, and hopefully he'll get those. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
That's okay, counsel. All right, Mr. Johnson, Pointis Johnson, I'm sorry. The state of Michigan requires a mandatory statutory fine of $130 for failure to yield right of way or interfere with traffic. You have 14 days to make that payment. That payment will be due by March 22nd, 2021. Are you able to make that payment by that date, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also, are you currently employed?
We're currently unemployed, actively looking though.
Okay. Are you receiving unemployment from the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you receiving any other financial or food assistance from the state?
No,
Okay. And do you have any other responsibilities or dependents that you're responsible for taking care
no,
of? Okay. And so, so right now you're receiving unemployment, and that's what's sustaining you at this time. Is that due to the pandemic?
I mean, yes, due to my jobs, I was furloughed. I did have Corona for a while, which I did go and take the test to seek for a job, but come to find out I had it. So I had to take a break. So but I'm looking now much better. So I'm just trying to get myself
You
together.
can't go back to that job.
Say that again?
You can't go back to that job.
Well, it's not open back up yet, but I'm still hired there. But until they open, I work for Ford Field and Little Caesars Arena. So until they actively open back up is when I'll go back. But unemployment has been sustaining me as of right now.
Okay.
But I am actively looking, you know what I'm saying? But me having COVID, helped me up.
Okay. Based upon the admissions that have been made by Mr. Pointis Johnson, the court does find good cause. Mr. Pointis Johnson is currently unemployed as it is directly related to the COVID-19 pandemic. He's currently unemployed. He is receiving unemployment at this time. He is looking for work in the interim and actively looking for work. He does not have any dependents, and he is not receiving any financial assistance from the state. Based on the reasons that have been put on the record today, the court does find good cause that he's suffering from a manifest financial hardship and will waive all fines and costs.
Thank you.
Let's go.
You're welcome, counsel.
Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, the court is sending you a chat for purposes of the court record information where you can apply. I want you to reach out to this. It's not part of your sentence, but it's something that I think will help you in trying to gain employment, which is something that I know that you're trying to do. I want you to call Detroit at Work.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm sending you the phone number to reach out to them. They will help you find a job based on your skill set. And they will give you a date, time, and location to meet with them. Did you receive that? It should have popped up on your screen. Okay, I want you to call that number.
Okay.
And try it. I want you to reach out to them as soon as possible.
Will do.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Any questions or concerns before we conclude this hearing today?
No.
Okay. Wish you well and best of luck to you and be safe. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah.
All right. You're welcome. Counsel, the court is bringing in Aljanae Phillips. All right. Morning to you, Good afternoon to you, Ms. Phillips. Calling case Z808075, the people versus Algenae Phillips. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Ms. Phillips.
Thank you. Ms. Phillips, please state your first and last name for the record.
I'm Algenae Phillips.
Thank you. Today's the date and time scheduled for arraignment. Counsel, how would you and your client like to plead?
For the purpose of arraignment, she stands mute, waive the form of reading, Your Honor, and she would like to set this matter for trial.
Okay, because this is an arraignment, we will schedule this matter for a pretrial, counsel. We're not going straight to trial.
Very well.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, do you understand that you have a right to a trial and the right to assistance of counsel at all proceedings?
Yes,
Do you understand that you have the right to have counsel appointed to represent you at public expense in the event that you are unable to afford one and conviction could result in incarceration of any kind?
yes,
And do you understand that you have a right to a jury trial when required by law?
yes.
All right, Ms. Phillips, we will, on your next hearing date, we will have counsel here to represent you as we do today. However, you do have the right to retain your own counsel. Are you seeking to retain your own counsel for this matter?
No,
Okay, and if you are determined to be indigent, this court will appoint counsel to represent you in this matter.
okay,
And indigent means that you cannot afford to hire your own attorney.
okay,
So you can request a determination of indigency to be completed by this court. And if you are found to be indigent, this court will appoint the counsel. However, if you are okay with just moving forward with the house counsel that this court provides, then there will be counsel here to represent you.
okay,
Okay? Ms.
Okay.
Phillips, a few questions for you. The court is going to enter a not guilty plea in this matter and schedule this matter for a pretrial date for May 10th, 2021 at 8:35 a.m. Counsel, before this court addresses bond, would you like to address this court as it relates to bond?
Yes, Your Honor, we'd like to have a personal bond. I believe this is Ms. Phillips' first contact with the system, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, are you currently working?
no.
Okay, and do you have dependents?
Dependents, no. Oh, a child, yes.
Zero. How many children?
One,
Okay. All right, Ms. Phillips, the court is going to impose, the court will impose a personal bond in the amount of $0. However, there will be additional bond conditions. Okay?
additional bond,
There will be
Okay.
additional bond conditions. I'm going to tell you them now, okay?
okay,
You shall not use or possess alcohol or drugs of any kind unless prescribed by a physician
okay,
and that prescription has to be approved by the 36th District Court Probation Department.
okay,
If you are using any drugs whatsoever at this time, the court is going to give you the number to the probation department, and you're going to need to reach out to them immediately to let them know that you're using, that you have a prescription so they can verify it so that you continue using those drugs, okay?
okay,
Also, you don't have a current, your driver's license isn't valid at this time, is it?
yes, but, I get them back today when I go pay I got an SR 22. So it should be back on ballot.
You said you are working.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave it there for now. If for any reason you receive a new charge of any kind, you shall not receive any new cases.
Okay.
As a portion of your bond, you shall not receive any new cases related to drinking and driving. If you, for any reason, violate any of the terms of this bond condition, the court will amend these bond conditions at your next hearing.
Okay.
Do you have any concerns or questions regarding these bond conditions, ma'am?
No.
Okay, all right. That does conclude our arraignment for today. Okay?
Okay, so I got court May 10th at what time?
That will be at 5 a.m. And let me give you that number, okay? I'm gonna send it to you by way of chat for the probation department, just in case you need it.
Okay.
Okay, I just sent you a number. I want you to screenshot that or write it down so that you have it.
Okay.
Okay, did you receive it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, any questions or concerns?
No, ma'am.
Okay, have a wonderful day and be safe.
Thank you.
Okay. Record is bringing in this pain. All right. Sir, is your name Mr. Payne? How do I pronounce your first name?
Dialite.
Say it again for me, sir.
Dialite.
Dialite, my apologies. Calling case P10846679, City of Detroit versus Dialite Payne. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Mr. Payne.
Thank you. Mr. Payne, can you please state your first and last name for the record again, sir?
Dialite Payne.
Thank you. Counsel, today's the time scheduled for an arraignment. How would you like to proceed?
For the purpose of arraignment, Mr. Payne would stand mute, waive the formal reading. Your Honor, he's been charged, he's been offered failure to display, but this is the gentleman that has his license. Mr. Payne, could you show us your license?
Well, ma'am, you put a appearance on the record, yes.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please the court, Tamika Horn on behalf of the people, P70303.
Okay, thank you. And I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I don't think that the Madam Prosecutor can verify his license by way of him showing it on the screen. I think she will actually need to see it or receive a copy of it. How do you all proceed with this? You have to be able to verify it.
Sometimes, Your Honor, we will, if they can hold it still enough, we can see.
Okay.
I guess one of my concerns, Madam Clerk, you think you can run an SOS? And then we could try to verify it that way too.
Okay, Mr. Payne, we're going to
Yes.
recall your matter just to give Madam Prosecutor an opportunity to review your file. Madam Prosecutor, here's the file.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes, and I'll bring you back into the courtroom, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm bringing in Philip. White. Hello, Mr. Phillips White?
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. We're ready to proceed with your case at this time. Calling case P102684 City of Detroit versus Devon Phillips White. Calling case P1118954 City of Detroit versus Devon Phillips White. And calling case P102720 City of Detroit versus Devon Phillips White. Appearances for the record.
Edward Taylor appearing on behalf of Mr. White.
Thank you. Mr. White, please state your first and last name for the record.
Say that again.
Can you please state your first and last name for the record, sir?
Devon Phillips White.
Thank you. Today's the day time scheduled for arraignment. Counsel, how would you and your client like to proceed?
Mr. White would like to bail himself for the people's offer, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, there are two counts that are not addressed on this offer. They appear to be state cases. How are you proceeding with the cases, and or were you aware of that?
I was not aware, Your Honor. Could we handle the cases that we can handle? And we can set the other ones?
Counsel, these cases, do you have the memorandum of understanding with the state prosecutor's office? These are two civil infractions. They're not gonna be covered, never mind. That's regarding misdemeanor, thank you.
Oh, very well, yes, okay.
Infractions, counsel, that are not covered, and we do not have a state prosecutor here today to give you an offer on these files.
Okay, well, then we would like to set these for trial, Your Honor.
Would you like to set all of them for trial?
Well, if we can resolve the two we can, we would do that, Your Honor.
And then you just want to schedule the two civil infractions for a formal hearing?
Yes, can we do that, Your Honor?
Okay. Mr. Philip White, do you understand what your counsel is asking for us to do today?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Phillips White, can you please raise your right hand for the court, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes.
You may lower your right hand at this time. Mr. Phillips White, are you waiving your presence to have this case heard in person, and are you agreeing to have this case heard by way of Zoom today, sir?
Now, you said it so fast I couldn't hear you. What did you say again one more time?
Sorry, Mr. Phillips White, that is my fault. Sometimes I speak a little too fast. Are you waiving your presence to have this case heard in person today, and are you agreeing to have this case heard by way of Zoom?
Yes.
Okay, you may lower, okay. Do you understand that you have a right to a trial, and the right to assistance of counsel at all proceedings?
Yes.
And do you understand that you have a right to a jury trial, right to have counsel appointed to represent you at public expense in the event that you are unable to afford one and conviction could result in incarceration of any kind?
Yes.
And do you also understand that you have a right to a jury trial when required by law?
Yes.
Mr. Phillips, do you understand the plea recommendation that's being offered to you today, where you would plead guilty as charged to one count of failure to display a valid operator's license on case P1118954, and you would also be pleading responsible to one count to a civil infraction to failure to stop for a stop sign. Is this your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that if I accept your plea today, that you will not have a trial of any kind, sir?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to have witnesses called to your defense at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to cross-examine any prosecution witnesses at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to testify or to remain silent without any inference being drawn from your silence?
Yes.
And do you understand that you'll be giving up your presumption of innocence and the requirement that guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you they would make the tender or plea of guilty today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, at this time, the court would like to direct your attention to the date of September 30th, 2020 at approximately 12:52 p.m. Were you in the area of Clover Lawn, not Northbound Street and Westfield Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And were you driving a 2004 blue top Toyota vehicle?
Yes.
And on that day, time, and location, were you stopped by a police officer?
Yeah, you might as well say, because it wasn't a police car. It was a Ford Fusion. Then a police car finally came after the Ford Fusion.
Okay, were you stopped, but you were stopped by a police officer who
Yeah,
asked you to
yeah,
display valid operator's license? Okay, and did you fail to display a valid operator's license?
Yes.
Okay. Counselor, are you satisfied with the factual basis for that?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And then also, did you fail to stop for a stop sign?
Yes.
Okay. Counselor, are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is as well satisfied and will accept your client's plea of guilty to the misdemeanor as charged to 1 count of failure to display of an operator's license on count 1, and client's plea of responsible as charged to 1 count of failure to stop for a stop sign pursuant to the recommendation with the stipulation of probable cause, and will dismiss counts 1 on case P102-6842 and count 1 on P102-3420 without prejudice with stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, at this time, would you please address this court on behalf of your client prior to sentencing these matters today?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is trying to get his license, so anything that the court will consider will be appreciated.
Okay. Mr. Phillips?
Yes.
The state of Michigan imposes a mandatory fine for the civil infraction, and the civil infraction will be $130 for failure to stop at the stop sign.
Excuse me. May I say something?
Yes.
Ticket came, and I think I paid it, but it was like in December when I paid it. I paid it with my mom's credit card, and it was exactly $130.
Okay, let's see if you paid that civil infraction.
I have one half of receipt. I don't have the other half of receipt on me right now.
Oh, okay, that's no problem. We're gonna check to see if you paid that already. That case may have already been closed. I'm not sure.
Okay. No problem.
Are you employed?
No, I'm unemployed right now.
You're unemployed right now, and is that a result of the pandemic?
Yes.
Okay, how do you receive income?
Unemployment.
Unemployment?
Okay, Judge, I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Oh, I'm referring to P111-8954, count 2, the civil infraction.
Yes, that's close, Judge.
Okay, my apologies. This case was already closed. I'm sorry for taking your plea of responsible today. Please scratch that from the record. And that specifically for the record, that's case P111-8954, count 2, for failure to stop at stop sign, civil infraction. Okay. Back to the questioning.
Mhm.
Do you receive any financial assistance or food assistance from the state?
Yeah, I do food assistance, but they just told me that.
And do you have stable housing at this time, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you receiving income?
Unemployment.
Unemployment. Okay. All right. All right, sir. We are going, based upon you're receiving unemployment, you're currently not employed. Are you looking for employment?
Not at the moment. I'm not trying to mess anything up, because last time I messed anything up, I ended up on unemployment. And that was a big old mishap, and I had to take care of that.
So you
right
can't
now.
stay on unemployment forever, though. So you have
Yeah, I
to
know
look for a
that.
job.
I looked on it recently. Only 6 weeks left, and out of them 6 weeks, them 4 weeks, I should be having a job on that 6 weeks. I'm not trying to last until the end.
Okay. So Mr. Phillips White is looking for employment. He's currently unemployed. He has 4 weeks left, and he's hopeful that he will have employment at the end of those 4 weeks. Is that correct? And you're receiving food assistance from the state. Correct, Mr. Phillips White?
Yes.
Okay, based upon the admissions made to the court under oath, the court does find the cause that you're suffering from a manifest financial hardship and will waive all costs and fines in these matters. Sir, the 2 civil infractions that are state charges, I'm scheduling those for a formal hearing. That date will be May 17th, 2021 at 8:35 a.m. Mr. Phillips White, are you still located on North Lawn Street? Please do not tell the court the number of your home address.
Yes.
Okay, we do have a current address on file for you, and you will receive a new notice in the mail with the date and time of your next hearing, okay?
I'll see you when you get back.
All right, Mr. Phillips White, do you have any questions or concerns?
One question. I didn't really know about state charges. I want,
Come on,
like, what were the
I'm
state
on the
charges?
court. I'll call you back.
Oh, okay, all right, no problem.
Attorney Taylor, your client is
Yes.
asking about state charges. Would you please address your client?
All right, what was the question?
Um, oh, I want to know what was the state, um, charges, because I never was aware of state charges.
Counsel,
I'm
what
really
I'm
trying to
gonna
get my
do, I'm
license.
gonna put you in a breakout room so that you can have a private conversation with your client so that he has a full understanding of what's happening with his state charges.
Okay,
Very
no
well.
problem.
Join for me now. Join breakout room 1 for me now. We'll take a brief recess.
I move for dismissal on,
I saw that. Thank
Okay.
you so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the ladies and here, so we're good to go. Thank you.
all right, thank you, Judge. Have a good afternoon.
You
It's supposed to
too.
be beautiful out.
Oh, I know. I'm definitely gonna try.
You know, my style, I still
Right.
think.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are ones that Judge Brown had did. I guess you missed signing them. Can you, they're already in the system. They just need a signature, please.
Okay, Madam Clerk, I'll see you in the morning.
Oh, I know. Okay,
See you.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
Talk to you tomorrow, Darnell.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just didn't. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It just, already. This is the beginning of the case. Yes, I'm almost done. I got 2 calls left. Ugh. Got so many tickets.
All right, Your Honor, we ready to go, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm bringing Mr. Phillips White out now. Mr. Phillips White?
Yes,
Did you get your answered by counsel?
yes, I did.
Okay. Do you have any other questions before we conclude your hearing for today, sir?
No questions.
Okay. At this time, the court is going to remove you from the virtual courtroom. We hope you have a wonderful day and please be safe.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. You're welcome. All right, counsel, at this time, the court is going to bring back in Dialetta Payne.
And change whatever you need to change. You're welcome. Okay.
Mr. Payne, release on the record in your case, calling case P10846679, City of Detroit versus Dialetta Payne. This is a recall. All right, counsel, please put it up here on the record again.
Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Mr. Payne,
Thank you.
which I
Mr.
do
Payne,
not see.
state your name for the record again, sir.
Yalate Payne.
Thank you. Counsel, please proceed.
Mr. Payne, were you able to find your license?
Yes.
Well, counsel.
Did you put them up?
Counsel.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Payne, I do have a recommendation from the prosecutor to dismiss all of these cases. The court is going to adopt this recommendation and all these cases will be dismissed without prejudice for stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, no objection, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr.
Thank
Payne, any questions or concerns, sir?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day and please be safe.
You do the
Bye.
same. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, bringing in Lolita Phillips at this time. afternoon to you. Thank you for your patience. We're ready to proceed with your case. Calling case P1118934, City of Detroit versus Lolita Phillips. Count 1, allowing unlicensed driver to drive. Appearances for the record.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Edward Taylor, P57166, appearing on behalf of Ms. Phillips.
Thank you. Ms. Phillips, can you please state your first and last name for the record?
Lolita Phillips.
Thank you. Today's date and time scheduled for an arraignment. Counsel, how would your client like to proceed?
Your Honor, Ms. Phillips would like to avail herself of the people's offer, but she would want the court to check. She believes she's paid this ticket already, and she would request that the court check to see, and if not verification of that, she would go on and avail herself of the people's offer.
Okay, we're going to check for you now, ma'am.
No, this ticket is not paid.
No, this ticket has not been paid, counsel.
No.
Okay. Anyway, we'd like to avail ourselves of the people's offer then, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, first I need you to arraign your client.
Okay, stand mute, waive the formal reading, Your Honor.
Okay, a plea of not guilty will be entered on your client's behalf. Ms. Phillips, can you please raise your right hand for the court? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give to the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes.
Okay, you may lower your right hand at this time. Ms. Phillips, do you understand that you have a right to a trial? Are you waiving your presence today to have this case heard in person, and are you agreeing to have this case heard by way of Zoom today?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, do you understand that you have a right to a trial, the right to assistance of counsel at all proceedings?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to have counsel appointed to represent you at public
Yes.
expense in the event that you are unable to afford one and conviction could result in incarceration of any kind?
Yes.
And you also understand that you have a right to a jury trial when required by law?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, you've had an opportunity to review this plea recommendation with counsel in a confidential setting, which was a breakout room today by the Zoom portal, where they're offering for you to plead guilty as charged to one count to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive under a 3-month delayed sentence. A 3-month delayed sentence basically places you on a probationary period not to exceed 1 year with limited exceptions. If you satisfactorily complete all of the probationary terms and conditions that I would impose on you today, the case will be dismissed. The court will enter an order delaying sentence, meaning that I'm passing sentence today to give you an opportunity to comply with terms and conditions of a sentence, and then your case will be dismissed if you comply. If for any reason you do not comply with the terms and conditions of the sentence, the acting of probationary term today, then I can impose a new sentence. This court doesn't retain jurisdiction over the case. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Based upon everything that you discussed with counsel and the understanding that you have of a delayed sentence, do you wish to proceed with this plea today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that if I accept your plea today that you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to have witnesses called to your defense at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to cross-examine any prosecution witnesses at trial?
Yes.
Do you understand that you'll be giving up your right to testify or to remain silent without any inference being drawn from your silence?
Yes.
And do you understand that you're giving up your presumption of innocence and the requirement that guilt be proven beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Okay. Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything beyond this plea recommendation today to give you tender a plea of guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Phillips, at this time, the court would like to direct your attention to the date of September 30th, 2020 at approximately 12:28 p.m. Were you in the area of Clover Lawn, northbound direction, and Westfield Street, or did you allow someone to drive your 2004 blue Toyota vehicle on that date and time?
Yes.
And were they driving in the area of Clover Lawn, northbound direction, and Westfield Street in the city of Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay. Counsel, are you satisfied with the factual basis?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, oh, one more thing, Ms. Phillips, was this driver unlicensed that you allowed to drive your car?
Yes.
Okay, all right, counsel, you're satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court is as well satisfied and will allow your client to plead guilty to a 3-month delayed sentence to 1 count to allowing the licensed driver to drive pursuant to the recommendation with stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I found my
Counsel,
paper.
Counsel, at this time, would you please address this court prior to sentencing of your client today?
Your Honor, this is Ms. Phillips' first contact with the law, and I'm sure it's going to be her last. Your Honor.
I can't hear you, counsel, and I'm sure.
I said, this is Mrs. Phillips' first contact with the law, and hopefully her last.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Phillips, a few questions for you. Are you employed?
No,
You're not employed?
no.
How do you receive income? How do you take care of yourself?
I'm on Social Security disability.
Okay, and do you have any children that you're responsible for taking care of?
No,
Okay, and do you still have this vehicle?
yes,
Okay, and you're able to drive?
yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Phillips. The court is going to impose a sentence that you shall not allow an unlicensed driver to drive your vehicle and you shall not receive any new cases related to violation of traffic laws in the state of Michigan. If you comply with these terms of your probationary term for 3 months, the case will be dismissed, okay? The court is
Okay,
not going to find their costs.
Huh?
The court is not going to impose any fines and costs in addition to the sentence that I've imposed.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Listen,
welcome. Ms. Phillips, do you understand? Do you have any questions?
yes,
What's your
I
name?
found, I found where I paid that ticket for $130.
Was it, she said that you did not pay it on this case. Did you have another case here at the court?
No,
She's looking to see.
Okay, so this one is blockade traffic. 175 was paid.
We're looking to see if you had any other cases, okay?
oh, okay,
And then this one was dismissed, so one was $175 paid, the other one was dismissed, and then this case. So,
So you had 3 cases total. One you paid $175 for, that was a civil infraction?
yes.
okay,
What was the
yep, I
count?
paid that.
Hold on.
The other case you said was dismissed.
Blockading traffic. for the
Blockading
175.
traffic, you paid $175 on. She said the other case was dismissed.
It was for no insurance misdemeanor, it was dismissed in 2019.
It was dismissed in 2019. It was for no insurance, it was a misdemeanor case. It was dismissed, so nothing was paid on that case based on our records. And then you have this
Okay.
case today that was not, that had not been handled yet. It was not adjudicated.
What was the ticket number on that one?
On which one? The no insurance?
Yes,
Okay, what was the case number?
For no insurance is SP 9743071.
no, I have SP 111-89542.
Okay, we don't even have that. Read me that number again, ma'am.
SP 111-89542.
Okay, now this is closed. And she paid $130 on him.
I'm not sure why they come up, but it says that you paid $130 on that case.
No, wait a
No?
minute. Hold on, Judge. Wait a
Was it
minute.
on Devon Phillips White's ticket?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
So that's not your case. Who is it? Is that your son?
yes,
Didn't
Okay.
we just have that?
Yeah, didn't we just hear him today?
yes.
Oh,
Well, wait a minute.
well, you said it's Pope, so that's why.
That's, I know, and then
Did you pay it?
this one is called and paid, but she paid that money on his ticket.
So you
Oh,
paid
so
it.
I don't have any. Yeah, I paid that money on his ticket.
Yeah, your cases were dismissed.
Okay, so my case has been
You only
dismissed.
paid, yeah, you only paid the 130 for the civil infraction back in 2009,
175.
the 175, and then your other case was dismissed, and so the only case you still had open was the case that we just handled today, ma'am.
And so if I don't let him drive my vehicle for 90
Yeah,
days,
he does not have a valid license. You cannot allow anybody that's unlicensed to drive your vehicle for 3 months. Really, you should not do that, because if you do it after your probationary term ends, you're gonna get another ticket, more than likely. So you shouldn't do it at all. It's against the law, actually. So, but my sentence today is that you shall not allow any unlicensed driver to drive your vehicle. And you cannot get any new cases that are in violation of any traffic laws in the state of Michigan for 3 months. That's my sentence today.
and then it'll be dismissed.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm okay. I just needed some clarification on that. All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I think we're fine with your son's cases. We handled those today.
Okay. All right then, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You take care and have a good day.
Okay, you too.